Okay, welcome to episode 17.
Holy shit.
17.
17.
Of F that.
Photo chat. Yeah, so we don't really have any photo news today.
Not really, no.
There's nothing that happened.
There's talk about on Canon rumors, there's talk about the R1 flagship camera.
Yeah.
And Nikon is talking about a mirrorless flagship camera.
I haven't heard about the Nikon one, surprisingly. It hasn't shown up in my feed.
Oh, really?
Maybe it hears me, my phone hears me shit-talking Nikon. They decided to stop showing me Nikon, start showing me Canon.
Now, one thing I was curious about. Canon came out with the R5 and the R6.
Mm-hmm.
And shortly before that, they had the 1DX Mark III.
Mm-hmm.
So, I wonder how much development went into the
R1?
No, the 1DX Mark III, considering they had these kick-ass cameras coming out. The mirrorless cameras.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they were, if they hardly put any money into the 1DX.
Yeah.
They just had these features that they were putting in the mirrors, and were like, let's put it in this camera.
Mm-hmm.
Since their last DSLR.
Yeah.
Let's put it in. I wonder what the demand is like for the 1DX.
I don't feel like it was... When it came out, there was a lot of hype about it, but I don't remember seeing a lot of people get it. Obviously, Peter McKinnon got it, I think.
No, he didn't.
He didn't? I thought I saw a video with it. Maybe he was just
he was demoing
testing
it, playing
taking it out for a spin.
Yeah.
I don't know. There wasn't a lot of traction. I had heard a couple things. So, just from the R1, I barely remember reading the article, and they had basically, I didn't really get to the specs because I lost interest. It was a really long article. I was like, am I reading a fucking novel? What is this?
Yeah.
It's someone's livelihood and lovely journalistic piece. Good for you, but I was bored.
Yeah.
And I had
hate long articles.
I had Futurama in the background. The rats were going ape shit. I was not anywhere. Yeah, and I didn't even get to the specs, but there was something in the first part of the article that said, there's a lot of aspects of this camera, rumored, obviously, that, far outweigh their mirrorless performance, the Canon's mirrorless performance.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then I didn't go through to read what it was.
Well, they were talking, 40 frames a second continuous shooting.
I read something about, how can I say it right? I feel like I should look it up. It was, quad pixel something.
Yeah, it's quad pixel.
With their autofocus.
Yeah, so dual pixel autofocus is something that Canon's had for years. It's probably the best autofocusing system on the market.
Yeah.
And now they're doing quad pixel autofocus. What the hell did you...
I typed in R1 specs, and it's giving me specs for a Yamaha YZF R1. Engine and transmission. Engine type. 4-stroke. Liquid-cooled, forward-inclined, parallel 4-cylinder, 4 valves engine.
So you're buying a motorcycle?
Yeah, I am.
Nice. I could just see you on a motorcycle.
With my pink assless chaps. I get my motorcycle custom painted like a dragon. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I forget that not everything in the world, that there's other things out there called the R1.
Yeah.
Like camera names, I'll type in Z6 something, and all this other shit will show up, and I'm like, fuck. Approximately 85 megapixel global shutter CMOS sensor.
Which is fucking nuts.
Pardon me? 85 megapixels?
Global sensor.
20 frames, 85 MP at 20 frames per second. 21 MP at 40 frames per... 40 frames per second?
Yeah.
This
40 frames, unlimited.
Unlimited continuous shooting. Depending on your card, technically everything's limited.
Yeah.
Full sensor, large quad, pixel autofocus. Quad. It just reminds me of meatheads at the gym. Something about quads. I don't know.
I was thinking of ATVs.
Two different on either end of the... Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. Holy fuck, have you seen the ISO range?
Yeah.
I should have written this on the board, but we're reading it off my phone today. 5-axis IBIS, up to 9 stops.
9 stops. My camera's 7.
I'm skipping all the stuff about the LED screen, because I don't know that shit.
Yeah, nobody really cares about it.
9.44 megapixel, 120 hertz super speed AEAF electronic viewfinder. Oh, that's just fancy. Priced at $8,500 in US. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Wow.
I wish. So, Canon, if you're watching this, send me an R1.
We won't shit on you like we do with Nikon. I feel so bad. I was talking to someone at work, not like a customer. I can't remember if it was Jordan or Mark. And I was saying how I felt bad because Nikon has been giving lots of like sponsorships to a lot of creators.
Okay.
And I was sitting there like feeling like a dumbass because I shit on them every single week. Even though I'd love to be like, they have like the Z creators thing.
Yeah.
And just from following them, you can see that they're trying to like reach a broader audience.
Okay.
Which any company wants to, right? So they're doing like, they're sending like different cameras to creators. Like there's this one girl I came across and she has like a huge following, but I guess she's like a Nikon. She's not just a Nikon person. She's like a travel blogger, like all this stuff. And she, basically her content is pictures of her standing in really pretty landscapes. Not just landscapes. She's in all of them.
Yeah.
So they sent her like a Z50, and she's considered a Z creator, a Z creator.
Okay.
I'm like, that's really cool. That could have been me if I didn't shit on the company every single week.
Well, you're not shitting on the company. You're just whining about the company.
Yes, just whining. I do enjoy shooting Nikon, and I choose this life for myself. They're gonna be like, that didn't help, Vanessa. Off the list.
There was other news about Nikon since we're on the shit list.
God damn it.
So there's talk about them restructuring.
Yeah.
They sold off a bunch of stocks to try and get some money.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, they're Titan. So yeah, they're doing all sorts of stuff. Very similar to what Olympus did. If you were to build a camera, what specs would you have?
Me, personally?
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Thank you. Thought of it all by myself.
I'd make a point and shoot. Canon ELPH. 180.
Have you seen that Canon, the little desktop camera that follows you? Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
man.
cool.
Yeah.
If I were to make a camera, I feel like I would have it very similar. I'm biased because I'm like, if I were to make a camera, I'd make a Z6 Mark II. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to release that information about the employee thing. I haven't even talked about it. I buried that shit deep.
Oh, the employee pricing thing?
Oh my god.
So Nikon did some employee pricing thing, and the Z6 Mark II is cheaper than the Z6 Mark I, which Vanessa recently bought from Nikon.
And when you basically, in short, when you purchase from Nikon as an employee, you basically are like, as you're buying, you're agreeing to a contract that you're not going to go out and sell gear, right? Reasonable.
Yeah.
But they make it a 1-year term. And when I bought the Z6, it was in November. And then this new employee sale is like now-ish. So I can't even sell my Z6 Mark I and get a Z6 Mark II.
Right.
Oh well.
Well, unless you
First world problems.
buy the Z6 Mark II and wait till November and
Rest in peace. Wallet. The bank's gonna be like, what is this girl going through? She is buying nothing but fast food and cameras. How is she a functioning human being? She makes minimum wage. This is how she lives. Does she live in a cardboard box? Probably. Probably live in my car at that
Very
point.
expensive cardboard box, though.
Yes. It's like one of those, like, plastic coated.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Weather resistant. Not weatherproof. Weather resistant.
Oh, you don't want weatherproof?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know what we're talking about. I'm talking about my hypothetical cardboard box home.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the camera. But if I'm talking about the camera, going back.
Okay.
Weatherproof.
Yes.
Basically, I think that dual processor thing is a great idea. Sorry, the mouse moved and
It's not a rat.
double processor. I would probably, the sensor in there was pretty good. I'd probably throw some Sony autofocus in there.
Yeah.
Or Canon.
Canon
Sony, yeah, like that. I'd also throw the Canon color scheme in that.
Yeah.
But it would be pretty similar to like the Z6 Mark II. Also, if I had an option to go like a little higher than like I think the Z6 or Z6 Mark and the Z6 and Z6 Mark II. I feel like that's not even English. It isn't to most people. I think it's like 24 megapixels.
Yeah.
I'd probably boost it up to like 36 max. That's my camera.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 36 dual card slots. That
too.
Canon autofocus system. But the Olympus Pro Capture.
Oh yeah.
Which, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that would be nice.
I think, have I explained Pro Capture on here before? I don't know.
I'm not sure if you've explained it on here, but you've explained it to me.
Yeah. So basically, Pro Capture, when your finger's on the shutter button, holding it halfway down to focus, it's recording to the buffer. So as soon as you press it down all the way, it's recorded up to, I think it's 30 frames beforehand.
That's so insane.
So my birds in flight that I get, most of them are with Pro Capture. Because what I'll do is I'll focus on the bird sitting on the branch.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he flies off, then I'll take the picture. And that's the nice thing is, when I'm holding the camera, he flies off. I don't have to be, shit, I missed it.
Yeah.
It's I actually wait. He flies off, click. As soon as he's gone out of the frame, then I click.
That's so weird to me.
Yeah.
How does it know? How does it know that? I don't know.
How does the bird know to fly?
No.
How does he know he's out of the frame? How does the
camera know when you want to start? Because I'm having an existential crisis about this. You push the shutter when the bird has flown away.
Yeah.
I get that it records a little bit before you take the shot, but how does it know when you're going to take the shot? Is it constantly recording?
It's constantly recording. So as long as your finger is on the trigger.
Oh, so like a half press.
Yeah, it's constantly
okay.
recording.
I was like, what the fuck? How does this thing know how to do that?
Yeah.
I would probably make the size of mine like an Olympus.
Yeah.
And I'd also give the feel of the Olympus. Because
I actually having a full frame sensor inside the Olympus.
Oh, God. They can do it. Come on. Come on, Olympus. Get me on the Olympus train. I'll come over.
They're sticking to the Micro Four Thirds system. But I really, really hope they improve their sensor.
Yeah.
Because it's 5 years old.
Yesterday we sold an EM1X.
Oh, wow.
It's a really nice little camera.
It is. I thought about getting it. I decided to get the EM1 Mark III.
If Olympus could, like, make that camera I just listed and throw a Nikon shoe on top. Chef's kiss.
Nikon shoe?
Like the flash shoe on top.
Why Nikon?
So I can use all my lighting stuff.
Anyways, on that note, this is the
Are you having a stroke?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Again. That's every time we record something. You do the outro.
So, I don't know what to say. Do I ever pay attention during the outro? No. that was episode 17 of F That
Photo chat.
Toodaloo.
Motherfuckers.
Inception. We flipped it.
Yeah.
Muffin time.